Today, we're decoding the subtle signs that someone secretly doesn't like you. It's not always about dramatic arguments. Most of the time, it's in the little things left unsaid. I'll break down 7 key signals that apply to friends, co-workers, anyone. By the end, you'll know how to read the room and spot when someone's just not that into you. Ready to get some clarity? Let's dive in. Grab your coffee and let's get started. First up, they avoid eye contact. This isn't just a fleeting glance away. It's a consistent pattern of looking everywhere but at you. I'm not talking about shyness. This is when someone deliberately looks everywhere but at you. It's as if they're trying to avoid any connection or engagement. You're talking, but their eyes are glued to their phone, the clock, or scanning the room. They seem more interested in anything else but the conversation at hand. It's a clear sign they're disengaged and not interested in connecting. Their body language screams disinterest, and their eyes confirm it. If you notice they make great eye contact with others but not with you, that's a red flag. It indicates selective interest and perhaps even discomfort in your presence. Eye contact is basic human connection. When it's missing, so is their interest. It's one of the most fundamental ways we communicate and bond with each other. Watch where their eyes go. Are they looking for an escape? Their gaze can reveal their true intentions and feelings. The eyes reveal more than words ever could. They are windows to the soul, showing emotions that words might hide. If someone's gaze always slips away from yours, they're showing you how they really feel. It's a subtle yet powerful indicator of their true emotions. Don't ignore this subtle but powerful cue. It can tell you more about their feelings and intentions than their words ever will. Sometimes the eyes say it all. They can convey a story, an emotion, or a truth that words might fail to express. Next, let's talk about body language, specifically, the subtle art of closed-off posture and what it reveals about our feelings in social situations. Crossed arms, turned shoulders, feet pointed toward the exit. These are classic signs that someone is feeling defensive or uncomfortable, even if they're smiling or nodding along. These gestures act like invisible shields, subtle ways of putting up a barrier between themselves and others, signaling a desire for space or protection. When people genuinely like you or feel comfortable, they lean in, make eye contact, and open up their posture. But when they don't, you'll notice them creating distance, physically and emotionally. Pay attention if someone steps back, angles their body away, or subtly shifts when you join a group. These movements are rarely accidental. Their body is often telling you what their words won't. Sometimes it's a quiet plea for space or a sign of discomfort that's hard to put into words. These physical cues are subconscious ways of saying, "I'm not comfortable," or "I'd rather not engage right now," even if the person tries to hide it. If you notice this pattern repeating, across different settings or with different people, it's not just a coincidence. It's a consistent signal that shouldn't be ignored. Body language often speaks louder than words, revealing true feelings and intentions that might never be spoken aloud. Notice the fortress people build with their limbs, arms wrapped tightly, legs crossed, or bodies turned away. These are all ways of creating a protective barrier. If someone is always closed off around you, no matter the situation, it's important to believe what their posture is saying, even if their words suggest otherwise. The emotional wall is real, and learning to recognize it can help you navigate relationships with greater empathy and understanding. The third sign to watch out for is when someone gives you short, one-word answers. You know the type. Those replies that barely keep the conversation alive, like a simple "K" or "yeah." It's as if they're putting in the least amount of effort possible, just enough to keep things from being outright rude, but not enough to actually engage. You might ask thoughtful questions, share stories, or try to spark a real connection, but all you get back are responses like "fine," "good," or "okay." It feels like you're talking to a wall, and no matter how much you try, the conversation just doesn't go anywhere. It's a lot like playing tennis with someone who refuses to hit the ball back. You serve up something interesting, but there's no return, just silence or a dull thud. They don't ask you anything in return, and the conversation fizzles out almost immediately. There's no curiosity, no follow-up, and no effort to keep things going. This isn't just about someone having a bad day or being distracted once in a while. It's a consistent pattern that repeats itself every time you talk. What's even more telling is that with other people, they're lively and chatty. You see them laughing, sharing stories, and being fully present. But with you, it's all dead ends and awkward silences. Their replies are the bare minimum, just enough to be polite, but never enough to build a real connection or keep the conversation flowing. If you find yourself always carrying the conversation, always being the one to ask questions or keep things moving, it's a clear sign they're not interested in engaging with you. Sometimes brevity isn't just about being busy. It can be a passive way for someone to push you away without saying it outright. Don't ignore the effort gap. If you're putting in all the work and they're barely responding, it's time to recognize what's really happening. If every interaction feels forced or uncomfortable, trust your instincts. Chances are, if it feels like a dead end, it probably is. And you deserve conversations that feel alive and mutual. Number 4. They exclude you from group activities. You find out about lunches or hangouts after the fact, or see photos you weren't invited to. The exclusion is often subtle. Oops, we forgot. But it happens repeatedly. When people value you, they make sure you're included. If you're always left out, it's not an accident. Excuses like, "We thought you'd be busy," are just that. Excuses. Consistent exclusion is a quiet but clear form of social rejection. If you're always on the outside looking in, recognize the pattern. It's a strong sign of where you stand. 5th sign, they never initiate contact. In healthy relationships, both people reach out. If you're always the one texting, calling, or making plans, that's a red flag. Try not reaching out for a while. Does the silence last? If so, you're the only one keeping the connection alive. When someone likes you, you're on their mind. They'll find a way to reach out. "I'm just bad at texting" is usually an excuse. People make time for who they care about. If you're always the engine, it's a one-sided relationship. Don't chase someone who never chases back. 6th sign, they don't laugh at your jokes. Humor bonds people, but if someone never laughs with you or gives you a forced fake smile, they're not interested in connecting. You tell a joke, everyone laughs except them. A real laugh involves the whole face. A fake one is just polite. If you see them genuinely laughing with others but not you, the contrast is telling. Withholding laughter is a subtle way to keep distance. It's not about your joke, it's about their feelings toward you. If you're always getting the courtesy laugh, take the hint. Laughter is a social glue, and they're not offering it. Finally, sign 7. They seem impatient or annoyed around you. Heavy sighs, eye rolls, checking their phone, these are all signs they'd rather be anywhere else. Their tone gets sharp, they interrupt, or rush the conversation. This isn't just stress, it's a pattern directed at you. They're patient with others, but with you, their annoyance is obvious. These small acts of hostility are meant to push you away. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells, trust your gut. Their impatience is a clear message. Don't ignore repeated signs of irritation. Spotting these signs isn't about confrontation, it's about clarity. Don't waste energy on people who don't reciprocate. You can't force connection, and you shouldn't have to. Invest in those who value and uplift you. True relationships feel easy, not draining. Use these cues as a compass, not a weapon. Focus on genuine connections and protect your peace. Surround yourself with people who reflect your energy and light.